Hey besties, it's Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. Today we are going to do some fall thrift flips. But before we get started, our word of the day is lit. Stay to the end to find out what that means. I found this large wooden S at the Goodwill and it was only $3. It's a very good size and our last name starts with S, so I thought this was perfect. So I've also got this metal sign for the fall from Dollar Tree. Isn't it cute with the little pumpkin patch? And then I've got Waverly chalk paint in pumpkin and plaster. So first, to cover the red, I'm going to paint the whole thing in the plaster, front and back. There we go. And I'm just doing that because otherwise the lighter color would blend with that red and it just wouldn't look right. So now we're going to do the pumpkin over the top and I'm going to almost pretend like it's a stain. So I'm going to paint a little bit on and then wipe it. So I don't want it like super orange. I just want it to be that nice soft orange. And I'll do that over the entire just top of this. Then I'm going to take the pumpkin patch sign, I'm going to cut off the tag and remove the hanger because we're not going to hang it traditionally. We're going to put it on the middle of the S with some hot glue. And you can always use a stronger glue, which I usually go back and add some more after the fact. A lot of times I just want to make the video quickly for you guys so you can see how to do it. But be sure to use the proper glue for where you're going to put this piece. And it's very light. So in this case, the hot glue is actually going to hold really well. I'm also going to reinforce on the back. Now I'm going to add some greenery and flowers, just whatever I like that I think looks pretty with this little pumpkin patch sign. I just want to dress this up. I'm picturing this on my front door. I think it would be so beautiful with all the colors. And think about all the gorgeous fall colors that are out there. Now, we don't all get them everywhere that we live, but when you're in the prime, like let's say on the East Coast, I mean, there's purple in there, there's blues, there's everything you can imagine. I've taken a trip up and down the coast there in October one year, and it's breathtaking. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend it. Anyway, I'm just going to keep dressing this up until it's the way I like it and you do it the way you like it. I know I've said it before, but this is just the best group of people who watch. My besties here, you are all so wonderful. I love your comments. I love the way you interact with each other or answer a question. If I haven't gotten to it yet, I think it's awesome. And I love your tips and ideas. Even when you tell me that you might do something different, I think it's great to hear what somebody else might imagine. So I just want to say thank you. I really think we are the best of the best here on YouTube. And I could not be more grateful and thankful for you. And listen, if you enjoy it as much as it seems like you do, if you have the opportunity to share my videos, it really helps my channel to grow and I would really appreciate it. And for sure, subscribe if you're not. I think this one is just turned out so gorgeous. And that's all I'm going to do to it is just add those flowers and the greenery. And this is it. Isn't it stunning? I mean, I think so. Let me know what you think. For this thrift flip, I found this metal basket. It's really cute. It was only $2. And it's even got a plastic liner inside of it in case you did want to put a real plant in there. It could catch the water. And then it's got that basket stuff around the top. So I'm going to use some stencils. These are from Chalk Couture. And I'm going to use the Home Sweet Home stencil. First, I'm just going to clean this off with some rubbing alcohol because you know it's from the thrift store. And I want to make sure it's very clean of debris so the stencil goes on really well. Now, I'm not as good with stenciling. So I thought I'd try these Chalk Couture silkscreen stencils. And I got to tell you, I love them. I love them. I'm going to get some more. Anyway, I've got pumpkin and maize color chalk paint, and I'm not using the paste. I am just using chalk paint, and I'm just brushing it on. I wanted to see if that would work, because then I wouldn't have to spend as much money on the paste. I've already got all this paint, and let me tell you, it works. I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm going to do the maize color on the word sweet on the inside, and then I'm so excited to show you the reveal because it's so satisfying and oh my gosh, it was easy. It was so easy. Now, I do not sell these. If you're interested, let me know. I do know somebody who does, a fellow crafter, Kristen Kay, and I'd be happy to share her information. But anyway, I'm just buying them because I like it. It's easier for me to use and I'm thrilled. And this way I only have to buy what I want and need. Anyway, you scrape off the excess, which actually with the paint, you don't even have to do. Now watch this, you guys. Oh my gosh. I am so excited when I see this. I mean, being not a great stenciler, this is thrilling to me. Anyway, I know some of you are really good at stenciling, so you may not be as excited, but I'm excited. And then you just wash them right away with water and a little bit of soap. And that's it. But you don't want to wait to wash them because then they will dry. The paint will dry on there and you won't be able to get it off. So I stopped and I washed. So now I'm back and I'm just going to put on some beautiful fall leaves. I love the colors. They're so pretty. And once I've got the leaves on, I'm going to take a little styrofoam pumpkin. I can't remember if I got this at the Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby because I've had it in my stash for quite a while. I'm just going to take a blade and I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to take the half that has the little stem still on it. And I'm going to glue that right onto those leaves. So it looks like it's it is a three-dimensional pumpkin right on there. So look how easy this is. You just put your hot glue or any glue you want on there and then press it down. And that's it. You've got a beautiful pumpkin. I'm going to add one more leaf just below because I think that looks good. And then a couple of little teeny sprigs of greenery just for that color. And I'm just loving how this is starting to look. You'll have to let me know what you think. I know these kind of things are always at the thrift store. I always see baskets, metal pieces, so I think you'd have a really easy time finding something like this. For this thrift flip, I've got this kind of interesting picture frame. It's metal with a kind of a metal stand and then, of course, the glass. And I'm going to use this stencil from Chalk Couture again. This is Us. Now, these are very thick prongs. I had to use like a screwdriver just to lift them up. They went back down pretty easily, but getting them off, it was kind of an interesting. But you could do this with any picture frame. This is just the one I found. I thought it was really beautiful with the gold. It's kind of like a black gold. Anyway, so I'm just going to take this apart and pull everything out because what I want to do is get to that paper that's inside there. And first thing I'm going to do is I love that paper. So pretty with the gold. And I'm going to get that out and then I'm going to take the Goo Gone. There was a tag on there and I just removed the tag and I'm going to get rid of all the sticky stuff that was left behind. And then I use rubbing alcohol to get rid of the oily stuff from the Goo Gone. And that cleans the glass completely. I'm going to cut out the stencil that I want to use. It's really good to cut them out, otherwise you might get paint on another one that you're not using. I'm going to pull off the backing and just lay this down exactly where I want it and then smooth across the top to make sure there's no bubbles there where it's adhered. Then I'm going to take my ink chalk paint by Waverly, which is just black, and I'm going to paint it on. Like I said, I'm not using any chalk paste for this. I'm just using regular paint. And once I'm done, I am just going to pull off the stencil again, and you'll see how beautiful this looks. And again, so satisfying. I'm loving this. Now I'm going to take that paper. Now it said that it was made in India and the size of the frame, but I love the backing of it. So I'm going to take a little bit of white paint and just kind of dab it all around the white area. It was like a marble looking print. And if I keep doing that, I finally get rid of the words, but it looks like it just matches the rest of that paper except for the gold. Now when it dries, I'm going to reassemble this. I'm just going to put the glass back in, the paper, and then the thicker backing. And then I'll push down the prongs and that's it. And then I've got this gorgeous little stand that says "This is Us" and it matches the decor in my living room. And I just love it. It's so easy to take a picture frame and make something beautiful, especially if you find a really unique picture frame like this, where it becomes a piece of decor in itself. And there's a lot of things at thrift stores you can find that do that and save a lot of money. I can't remember how much this one was, but it wasn't that much or I wouldn't have bought it in the first place. And there it is. Isn't that cool? And then I did put a clear coat over the front of that glass to make sure that it wouldn't peel off. I did that outside. Anyway, I love it. Let me know what you think of this one. For this thrift flip, I've got this box. It's just a black wooden box. On one side, it says the word thankful, and I think that's so pretty. And it was originally $14.99, and I know I got it for less again. I don't buy anything unless it's really cheap at the thrift store. And I am going to do another stencil because I just really got these stencils in the mail, and I was so excited to try them. So I'm going to turn this into a two-sided box. I thought that would be fun. And thankful is good for any time of the year, and I'm just going to use that farmer's market. Actually, I decided to use the fall harvest. I'm sorry. I first thought I was going to do that. It was a little too big for the side of the box. So I'm just going to take off that piece that I cut off, and I'm just going to adhere it right to that one side. Now this one is a little bit more rustic looking, and you can tell by the stencil it's going to come out that way too. So here I am just trying to get it in the position I want. And there we go. Now I'm just going to smooth it down really carefully. I just love this. I'm going to use the Linen White Chalk Paint by Rust-Oleum, and I'm going to paint over it. So again, just using chalk paint. I'm also trying to be very careful not to get it on the box, and I think I did get a little bit on there, which was really a bummer. And I will just, especially because I used the scraper, if I hadn't used the scraper, that wouldn't have happened. Anyway, no big deal. I did get it off. So just a little bit of water and, you know, a paper towel, and it came off. And look at this. Here we go again. Isn't that cute? It looks like it was always on there because the other side was white too. And again, always wash those stencils off right away. And here I am now cleaning off the extra paint that got on there. And it came right off because it was still wet. So that worked out great. I'll just have to be more careful next time. It's just, you know, learning curve. It's my first time using these kind of stencils. And there we go. Isn't that beautiful? I love the way it looks. It's like it never even happened. See, you can make mistakes and you can usually correct them. I don't know why I didn't film this, but on the lid, I put some leaves and a little pumpkin that's a napkin holder that I found at Hobby Lobby. I just glued that on there. Now with that one, I not only used hot glue, but I also used some Fix-All because I know you're going to be pulling on that handle and it needs to be very secure. And I added a cute little pine cone right in the center because it was hollow. And now I've got a handle for this cute little box. And the one side said thankful, and now the other side says, you know, fall harvest. And it's perfect. You could put whatever you want in there and have it out during the fall. And I am in love with it. I just think it's so pretty. Or it would even be a nice hostess gift when you go to somebody's house for, let's say, Thanksgiving or something like that. Anyway, I love it. Let me know what you think. And now it's time for the word of the day, lit. It means it's amazing, cool, or fun. Now you can be in the know. Ready for more inspiration? Here's another video I think you'll really like. If you click on it, I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.